Okay, so now we're recording. Now we can really get started. Again, my goal is to make sure this doesn't take any more than really a half an hour of your time, but you will have the ability to ask questions at the end of the webinar. If something doesn't make sense, etc. So I'm going to go right into this. First, I just want to encourage you guys again, when I get a chance to speak to the leadership, now is the time to have those leadership kickoff calls. I know you guys have seen them at convention. I know you've heard Mark talk about them. I know you guys have seen that email communication that often goes out in the beginning of the month to our ECs and above. Just to refresh y'all's memories, leadership kickoff call is simply, recognizing your leaders on the call, getting people the opportunity to commit to a rank advancement goal, getting people the opportunity to commit to a party goal for the month, and of course an event attendance goal for the month. And it should really be no more than a handful of people, because the key is getting them to contribute. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this periodically to see if I get any questions along the way. How's the water, mama? Okay, perfect. Okay, how do we send out emails to our groups? Great question, Jared. We're going to get to that here in a few. But yeah, I just want to make sure, obviously, you guys are taking this opportunity. It's the beginning of the month. We've got a convention this month to get that information out there, and obviously give your groups the opportunity to commit to that. The other piece is, of course, submitting Achievers Club goals. You guys will probably see an email here from your liaison here at the sales support team, whether it be Brent or whether it be Mauricio, understanding that you guys are ECs and up and traditionally deal with those individuals. I will tell you that we're very blessed. We have a new member of our sales support team, Shauna Jarvis, daughter of Mark and Tracy Jarvis, is now our manager of recognition, taking over that role of responsibility from Chelsea Randers, who's done a fantastic job. But Shauna's working with the team. I know we're very excited to have her working with us, and I know some of you and your folks have had the chance to communicate with her too at the tail end of last month. The other thing I wanted to talk about is what's on the table for the month in terms of promotions. We have our New Year's Double Up promotion, which is a big deal. So last month, one of the things I think I know you guys saw was we had the GBV credit and double rank advancement bonus for everyone who was registered for a convention. So that was January. Now in the month of February, so long as you attend convention, you get the same thing. You get a GBV credit towards promoting to PC and above, and you also get the double rank advancement bonus, which means that, if you're promoting, to, let's say, national director, that's 1,500. Instead of 1,500, you would get 3,000. If you have folks in your organization promoting to regional consultant, instead of 750, that'd be 1,500. So it's a big deal. But of course, the key is you must attend convention. The other piece that I know you guys are familiar with is the Win with Friends promotion that is still available to y'all, as well as a new promotion. And that's what I'm talking about. This is going to be special information that only you guys have, that we have not shared with anyone else to date. And we are going to be running a customer promotion, and it's going to be for everybody. So here's the deal. I know you guys remember when we had a customer promotion, when you had to personally sponsor 3 CLPs. This customer promotion will be simpler. We will have a promotion for folks who personally sponsor 3 CLPs, and when you do that, you get a $150 bonus, and you guys are hearing that information first. So again, this month, starting from today all the way through the end of convention weekend, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the 21st of February, if you personally sponsor 3 CLPs this month, you will get a $150 bonus, which is a big deal. Again, you guys are hearing about it first. You can share about it. We obviously have our live conference call tomorrow night that will be taking place. We'll be talking about it then. It's going to be a very special conference call. It's going to be with our special keynote speaker who's going to be at convention. Her name's Robin Benincasa, an amazing woman. You'll have the chance to hear from her tomorrow too, as a nice little preview for what you guys will see at convention. So even though that information is very exciting, I know you guys didn't get on this this webinar to hear about that. So I wanted to go into the items here. Now I'm going to tell you this: we will actually be pushing off the removal of that link to the Legacy Z Center until next Monday. There's a couple of things that we're seeing in there that honestly I would like to get smoothed out before we remove that link. So you guys will have that link available to you. But I will tell you this: this is what's been very helpful to us. Is when that notification went out from Brent and Mauricio last week, we've gotten more feedback about the Z Center than we ever have, truthfully, and it's been very, very helpful. And it's honestly expedited a lot of things back there that need to get smoothed out or ironed out. So keep that feedback coming. And at the end of this webinar, I'm going to show you where you guys can send feedback about the Z Center because throughout the week we're going to be correcting some things, and I want to make sure that you guys see that when it's happening. But if you see something that's a little bit quirky, to go ahead and let us know. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to log into a Z Center. We're going to get right into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to run a report. Now you're going to see there's probably been some updates to reports that you guys have maybe seen, maybe you might not have seen it. I'm going to go straight in there to go through that. So if I go to my organization, you're going to see that there's 3 different options here. There used to only be one. What they did was they separated the my organization piece, the my preferred customers piece, and my retail customers piece. Before, they're all kind of jumbled into one report. Now we've separated it so you can see the different ones. Let me see here. And I'm going to come back to some of these questions. And for those of you guys who are submitting some of those questions, I might not get to them right away, but one thing I will promise you is by the end of this webinar, I will have the chance to address all those little questions that you guys put in there, okay? So if you take a look here, I'm going to run a report for my organization. Now, this is a test account, but I wanted to show you guys how it goes. Now, this is one of the things that might be unique to you. Maybe you have seen it, maybe you haven't. You're going to notice that a report does not auto-populate here. I'll tell you, one of the things that the tech team's been working long and hard on is making sure that the system speeds up and it's moving as quick as you guys do. This is one of the things that they did to alleviate the amount of time that it took for these reports to show up. Now, here's what I'm also going to say. They're actually implementing what's called quick reports. So we're talking just one-click reports for things like who enrolled in your business today, who enrolled in your business in the last week, who enrolled in your business in the last month, an auto-populating report for, active consultants in your group, active preferred customers in your group, etc. That stuff's coming. But in the meantime, if someone's looking to run a report, here's where they would do it. And again, you'll notice that it shows up blank before you run something due to make this page speed up a little bit. So if I go to preferred customers or profile filters, you're going to see there's a bunch of different filters back here. I'm just going to go through a few of them. You have, enrolled between filters out here, which is always fun. Last promoted date, which it's a filter we've never had before, but I know it's definitely beneficial for y'all. Again, this is the first time in this Z Center that we've ever had that filter. We also have last order date, simple enough, level, postal code. One thing that's very exciting that they will be doing is they're going to be doing a radius for postal code. So when you're trying to look for people within a specific radius of a postal code, you will be able to do that here soon. I know that's something that's got us pretty pumped up. Obviously, the things you guys are used to, the regions. Now if I click, let's say United States, let's say I wanted some, if and or not all of the states in the United States, I could click them all, or I could unclick them. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to do all regions. Same thing with ranks. You've got the ability to select different ranks that you want to run the report for. But we're not going to worry about that right now because we're going to do all ranks. But let's just say that I wanted to run a report for National Convention. So I'm going to go yes, and I'll do it for active. I run the report. And you will see the results here too. And one of the things as this report loads that I wanted to get you guys familiar with, if ever you guys see like a red error page or something like that, maybe you're trying to send out an email and you see maybe an error page come up, go ahead and let us know. And I'll go ahead and I'll let you know what that email address is now. It's zcenter@zurvita.com. Know that it's zcenter@zurvita.com. So when you get little quirky things that you see or an error page, we want to know about it. Let us know when it happens. So that email address will be zcenter@zurvita.com. So see here that we have Donald and Daisy Duck. They're going to convention. So let's say that I wanted to adjust these. Now there's a couple of things that I did want to let you know too. You have this little refresh button up here. There's been some quirky things that I've seen. If you ever see something go awry, go ahead and click that refresh button. What that will do is it will refresh the report settings that you have just run. So I know that's always helpful. But I'm going to take this national convention, and I'm just going to do all. And we're going to do it for all active consultants within the group. So you'll see all active consultants back here. Let's say that I wanted to run a report for preferred customers. I click my handy dandy preferred customers tab here. You're going to see that this isn't going to refresh. See active here, click search. Now I get a chance to see all of my preferred customers that are here in the organization. One of the things that they are also working on this week, you're going to see here that there's a bunch of different random tabs here. So really, regardless of what I select in here, you're going to see that some of those tabs are just kind of fixed there. That is something that they're working on there. So even if I update this here, you're going to see that those tabs remain there. So those will be fixed in the basically upcoming week here. But the other piece, if I go back to consultants, that is very, very helpful to have as I rerun this report, is the toggle. So what I'm going to do, and I've already got it actually organized by rank. You can organize it by start date. One of the things that when you first come into your Z-Center, you're going to find is that it's automatically organized in terms of genealogy. But I'm going to go back to rank, and I'm going to click on our buddy Jacques Cousteau. Let's say we want to take a look at Jacques Cousteau. Okay. And I want to run a report for his organization. You're going to see his little test button come up here. That's getting eliminated as well. I go to profile filters. I go to active. And I'm going to take a look at the organization for Jacques Cousteau. So I've got a few people back here. So let's say that I want to send them an email. Now, as I go into the emailer, I'm going to let you know it's right now it is functioning. However, here's what I've seen today. I've seen a lot of red error messages, and this is honestly one of the reasons we made the decision to hold off on removing that link today. We want to make sure that you guys are enabled to communicate with your organization coming into a convention month. That's integral. That's a very important piece. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you how this emailer functions. So let's say that I wanted to, I could do it two different ways. I can save this search. So this would be Jacques Cousteau organization. Okay. So as I save it, it loads. I'll see that I've got the Jacques Cousteau organization here. So let's say I want to send an email message. I click send message. Now, one of the things you're going to see is that this pops up in the background. That's another thing that they're going to be fixing here. But let's say I go to the email message. Now, a couple things about sending out email messages. You're going to see here that it's going to default to this share resource button here. Now, one of the things that I'll say is that I think we can all agree that, traditionally when we're communicating through our Z centers, we're communicating with our downline organizations, okay? So you have a plain message template here. So let's say that I'm jacked, okay? I just heard about a special customer promotion to where if I personally sponsor 3 individuals on a customer loyalty pack, I'm gonna get 150 bucks. I'm pumped. I want to tell my organization about this. I'll go in here, personally sponsor 3 customers, ... Personally sponsor 3 customers on a customer loyalty pack and earn $150. Beautiful. Okay, take advantage of that now. Let's say I wanted to make this bold. And now a couple of things I'll tell you here. Here's some of the things that they're doing on the back end. You're going to have more than one template. It's not going to default to that share message one. You're also going to see here that it defaults for consultant sign up, customer sign up, my contact info, more info request form. You have the ability to CC yourself, which I know is an important function. And whenever I'm ready to send this email, I just click send message. Now, I'll tell you once again today, I've been seeing some kind of quirky things in there. I've been seeing like a SQL or saved error in there. It's been about half and half. Some of the folks been sending emails through there, have been doing it well. I've been getting some other individuals been telling me they've having some challenges through there. But one of the things I want to do here before I go too much farther is I wanted to go through some of these questions. So we got here, how do we send emails to our groups? Here's one. Now, in the case that I'm showing you here, this email would just go to Jacques Cousteau's list. So this is the current list that I ran, or I can do this one because this is the one that I saved. But that is how I send emails. Same deal here. If I were to just run this report, let's say I wanted to email these 14 people in my organization, click the send message deal there. This loads. Again, it's going to default to this share resource thing. Instead, I go to plain message template. You can still, and keep in mind, you can still use this template, but there's this fixed verbiage that's there at the top. Excuse me. That you're not able to remove if you use this template. So again, that's where going to be the new template comes into play. The one that it's going to be, downline communication. It'll be titled something like that. These landing pages will not be auto checked, which, if you're messaging a prospect or you're emailing a prospect using this utility, it's great. If you're emailing your downline, they're already signed up. They don't need a customer sign up. They don't need a more info request form. So you'd have to manually uncheck those. But that's another way you can do it. And again, you can select to the list that you're currently, or of course, a saved list. It just depends on what you're looking to do here. But let's see here. So no volume. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me, and if you can, send me a ping, another question, just to confirm with you that you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Just want to make sure of that. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, if you didn't qualify, and actually this is a question I got about the promotions for the month. If you didn't qualify in January, can you still qualify in February? And the answer to that question is yes, of course you can. Really in February, and I'm assuming you're talking about the the double up, the New Year's double up, which is the GBV credit. So meaning if I'm trying to promote to national director, instead of having 60,000 in qualified group business volume, I only need 56,000 in qualified group business volume. The only deal is you have to attend convention, and they won't pay out those double rank bonuses until after convention. Okay. Let's see here is CLP promo through month end or convention, and that is just through convention. So the CLP promo that I just told you guys about, that you guys are the first to know about, that is just through convention. So the 21st. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, and Marcy, yes, you guys are supposed to be seeing what I'm doing. And that's honestly probably something I should have said in the beginning. Depending on how you're accessing the webinar, I do want to make sure that you guys can see. For those of you guys accessing from a computer, can you see both me and my screen? Let me know. Okay. Awesome. How about the screen? And okay, getting lots of that. Okay, good. If you are accessing from your phone, or maybe an iPad or a tablet or something like that, what you can do is you can swipe back and forth, and then you can either see me, or you can see the screen, what have you. Okay, if I sponsored one on a loyalty pack this morning at 9 a.m., will that count towards my 3 for the customer promo? Of course it does. Great question. Okay. Why is send to list still blank? Great question, Brian. And I'll go back through there. Let me run the report here. You have to select the send to list. So after you pull up one of these puppies, you select your send to list, and then you're able to select it. It was a good question. Okay, boom. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Brian Carroll, nice catch. Yeah, I needed to rerun that report. That's another little quirky thing that we've got documented, but it's a solid heads up and nice catch. Let me do one more thing here too before I go on to that next section. Okay. Any other questions before I move on to the next section there? Okay. The other piece I wanted to go talk to you guys about is the notifications piece. Okay. So one of the things you guys have seen back here, and again, this is one of the kind of quirky things that they're straightening out over the coming week. However, you do have the ability to put in different email addresses and different phone numbers. So for example, if I wanted to come back here and put in, text, I could put in as many phone numbers or as many emails as I would choose. As you put it in there, there's a couple things I want to let you guys know about. If you scroll down, you have the ability to see all this information in notifications for preferred customers, new retail customers, new consultants, rank advancements, exciting, credit card not set up in the organization, that's helpful to know. When you have credit card declines within the organization, that's helpful to know. When you have return orders, these would be like refunds within the organization. You have the ability to get information on that. This is a new one. Again, when you have all-stars hit within the organization, you have the ability to get communication on that. Status active, status inactive, status canceled. These are all items. When these things happen within your organization, you've got the ability to get notified on it. There is something that I want to let you know, that as we were going through and testing this particular piece, one of the things that we did see was that depending on what you set, it's automatically going to default to 8, depending on what levels you have. Now, when it comes to the Z Center, those have been functioning pretty well. I'll tell you on the text message and the emails, one of the things that I've seen that they are correcting, and depending on the size of the organization, sometimes I've seen it give you uh, essentially, like, let's say you have level 8 there, you just want it through level 8, uh, you know, text notifications and email notifications outside of level 8. Now, this doesn't happen for everybody, but I have seen it happen for a few individuals. Depends on the size of your organization. So if you have that same challenge, let us know. And of course, we do have that email address for you, zcenter@signzervita.com. Once again, that's zcenter@signzervita.com. But anyhow, this is a not often used piece, but very, very helpful. So I want to make sure you guys knew about that. Also, I wanted to go through a couple of questions that we got in advance. I did get some questions about do we have Zervita Pay available through the Z Center? Yes, you do. We've got a little link for that back there for Zervita Pay. That was one thing that came about. Also, we got questions about upgrades. So if you have a consultant who is looking for an upgrade, you've got the ability to do that as well. So if I were to go to shop, not to be confused for additional builders packs, but if you go into place an order, if they're eligible for an upgrade, it's going to be a tab up here, okay? And they're working on making that a little bit simpler. I know it's when it comes to having the additional builders packs out here. One of the ideas that came up was, if someone has not yet done their upgrade or came in with the starter pack, not have that additional builders pack option available to them, obviously because they have different volume associated to each. One of the other things that I want to let you guys know, whenever they do a big release, what they will do in timeline, when we're talking about notifications, here's where the timeline stuff will come in. But one of the things they'll do is they'll put these notes back here in Z Notes. So, for instance, anything that was released on the 27th of last month, which we did have some releases go out in there, you'll see it on those Z Notes. The other thing, for the 18th and prior to, there was a whole bunch of items done in there, so you can see what's happening on that front. But one of the things I will tell you about the Z Center is it is a work in progress, and honestly, it gets better based off the feedback you give us. The good, the bad, and the indifferent. Just like Randy letting us know, hey, I'm CCing myself, I'm not getting that email, or hey, I sent out an email and some of my folks didn't get it. All the different type of feedback pieces that you get. Things like, hey, the columns aren't going away when I'm doing searches in there. Those are all pieces that are super helpful for us to know, and obviously enable us to make the system better and make the changes for you guys. But I encourage you, most people, when we look at the analytics, 9 out of 10 people are using, this Z Center. So obviously that's a good thing. It's incredible. The good news is we have much more malleability and pliability with this Z Center than we did with the old one. So all these different things, all these different ideas, simple things like, we want a, in our reporting, the ability to see things like, promote date, that kind of stuff. We want columns like, frontline retail customers, frontline preferred customers, frontline consultants. I want to see how many people this individual has personally sponsored. All that good stuff. I mean, these are things that we did not have the ability to see before that we do now because of this malleable Z Center. The other thing too, these snapshots are the cat's pajamas. I'm telling you. Obviously, the enroller tree map is convenient. I know for some folks just to kind of have that visual. Now, again, the enroller tree map is only something that's available for people who are regional consultant or below, just from the standpoint that when things get super wide, it can be tough to see. But I know this is very helpful for people to see visually sometimes. Obviously, the order history of a consultant is always helpful. You know, their auto ships, you can see, you know, the order ID. Uh, you know, you can see tracking. You can see some pretty special things on there. Uh, you know, you can see the upline through that individual, depending on how deep they are in your organization. You can see their organization relatively easily. And again, as I come back to this page, I want to make sure that you guys know that quick reports, one-click reports are coming, and they're coming soon. I talked to our tech liaison about that this afternoon. They've made a priority. They've kicked it up a few notches. And that's all due to feedback that you guys are giving us. So thank you for that. Alerts are fun. And obviously you get these same toggles that you saw back there when I looked at that little gear. You have them back here. Volume history. So for Jacques, going all the way back, you know, I'll tell you for our ambassadors out there, I know we have a promotion out there, and one of the things that helps to see is, you know, where your volume was a while back. This volume history is a great piece to see where people have been. And again, you guys can see that just by clicking on any person in your organization. You've got the ability to see, you know, their volume history over previous months. Of course, the volume details is helpful. You know, team bonus history, rank meter, where they are, and promoting to uh, the next rank as well. And then G4 tracker is always helpful. But again, you know, it's making progress based off the feedback that you guys are getting. So let me see if we've got some more. Are the text alerts working? Jeff, to answer your question specifically, I'll tell you they're coming in, and I know that they are coming in because, as you can see here, I've been testing it for a while. Those are just a few of the tests, or not tests, from one of the accounts that I've been monitoring. The one thing about text alerts is that if the organization is bigger, one of the things that I've seen is that, let's say I put level 8 as my my alert notification for text. What it's meant to do is give you alerts through level 8. I've noticed on my texts that they've been coming in for outside level 8. Now you've got the ability to choose, and I'm going to go back into here. You've got the ability to choose, you know, how deep you want to go by this little toggle thing here. But yeah, no, that's one of the things that that you guys have the ability to monitor in there. So I've seen a little some quirkiness with it, but at the end of the day, the messages are coming in. So test it out. If you see something weird, just email that zcenter@zervita.com email address. So let's see here. Team members volume history would be helpful if we had a click on to see how much was on each leg last month to guide them for this month. You know what? I believe you do. And here's the deal. It's a little bit tough because this is a fake account. But let's do this. Run a report. So I went to volume details, qualifying GBV. I see what you're saying. So while they have the qualifying GBV for this month, if I were to go into volume history, it doesn't have the leg breakdown. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. That's a good one. Let me copy this. Good word, Lori. Let's see here. Okay. You click to see what the customer ordered. It shows 1/4 of the order. You can't see the whole purchase order for lack of a better word. Let me see here. So if I go to order history, I click this one. Are you saying the view back there, Erica? You cannot see the full order back there? So I cannot see what they ordered. Does that make sense? It does. It does. I want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. Let me see here. Okay, yes, so you can't see that. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna write down your name, Erica, but we can get in touch. Either myself, Mo, or Brent will give you a call, and we can do a webinar similar to this. We can take a look at your screen. We can see what's going on there. Got another question. Can I repeat the promotion again? Yes, I can. And again, you guys are hearing it first. So that would be 3 customer loyalty packs if you personally sponsor 3 customer loyalty packs, you will earn a $150 bonus. And again, this is before the 21st, which is the final day of convention. So anyhow, it's available to everyone. And again, we're going to get the actual final verbiage out there tomorrow. But in the meantime, again, you guys get to hear it first. So let me see here. All right, and I know we went a little bit over, but I want to make sure I had the chance to answer your guys' questions. And let's see here. The card decline. Okay. Okay. I got your message there, Jeff. Okay. So any questions, any other questions that I can help you guys answer? Again, just to kind of recap, we will be moving the removal of the link till next Monday. But kind of as a final thought, continue to try and break the system. Continue to run reports. If you get an error, let us know. It's and I'll actually write it out in big block lettering so you guys know the email address. Hold on one second. zcenter@zervita.com. Gonna make it real big here. So this is the email address. Myself, Brent, and Mo will receive it. But continue to play with it. Continue to mess with it. If you see something you don't like, let us know. But our goal is, again, based off the amazing feedback that you gave us over the last few days, is to really make this everything that you guys want it to be. So keep it coming in. And these things, again, on a daily basis. I had a great call with an ambassador today where, things change. They get updated quickly and daily. So the only way that continues to happen is based off the experiences that you guys give us. Let me see here. Okay. So I'll say this, take this opportunity to go out there. Obviously, we have that spectacular customer promotion out there. I know one of the things that Tracy was sharing all night on Closeout is take this opportunity to go out there, get customers. Yes, you're right. Not every customer is going to come with you to convention, but use this as an opportunity to go to convention, get fed, see everything brand new, the new branding, the system, the updated system. I mean, everything. It's all going to be there at convention, and schedule that party for the Tuesday when you come back. And I'll tell you, you guys be fired up. I'm fired up just thinking about it. I got a little bit of an advantage, obviously, because I get to see everything we're putting together for convention. But honestly, it's going to be a blast. So again, get those customers in, get them on the product, get them taking the product, using this amazing promotion we have right now. Get them feeling good. And again, if they don't go with you to convention, by the time you get back, you have that team meeting on Tuesday the 23rd. You're going to share that excitement and obviously all of the brilliant pieces that you took from the weekend there. So there's not. Let me check here. Questions. Absolutely, it's my pleasure. And again, this is the email address. If you see weird things, email them. We have technology's ear, and one of the thing is we want to make sure that when we remove that link, that this is working the way that you guys want it to work. And so continue to send emails out using it. Continue to run reports using it. Because again, if something gets quirky, we want to know about it so we can fix it. So guys, I appreciate you getting on board tonight. I want you guys to have an amazing evening, and God bless. We'll be in touch. Obviously, you guys know my contact information. I know that this is you know, this is the Z Center email, but I encourage you guys to reach out, and I'll be seeing you guys here at convention. Take advantage of that promotion, guys. We're excited for you.